Well, for the moment, there is a sense of optimism. Many of the evacuees are being allowed to return home. The fire containment on the record 15%, but those on the front line say it's significantly more. We hope to get an official number sometime in the next 24 hours. With that said, there is still a sense of urgency. They want to get this thing handled under control by this weekend because strong winds are in the forecast.
The biggest concern that we have is the wind event that's coming. We hope to have had line all the way around the fire, and we hope to be mopping it up in so that what we're doing is eliminating potential sources for embers, falling hazard trees, trying to get any source of heat or ember as far away from our containment lines as possible.
We just took another tour of the fire zone about 90 minutes ago, and while we saw even more homes that were totaled, we also got an idea of the current challenge facing the firefighters. As you will see, the terrain there is very steep. It's more than 1.5 miles above sea level, and it makes it very easy for smaller, minute fires to hide in the trees and the shrubs. And for that reason, the people who have been allowed to come back home are on standby to possibly evacuate again. One final issue that was discussed today is a missing woman. Once again today, crews went in and searched the area around her home, around 220 acres. There is still no sign of her, and right now emergency responders are trying to decide what the next step should be. We are live in Conifer tonight. Mark Stewart, 7 News.
All right, thanks for that update, Mark.
7 News investigating the fire, questioning whether the reverse 911 emergency notification system meant to save lives failed on Monday. 7 News reporter Marshall Zellinger asking tough questions all week. And Marshall, some evacuees say they never got the call, but the president of the 911 service just told you they did.
Mike, 45 minutes ago, I spoke with this man, Matt Teague. He tells me that what Jefferson County is saying is not exactly accurate. Jefferson County says that this company, First Call, failed in 12% of the phone calls to the people that were supposed to receive the evacuation notice. Matt says those 12% did get the call. They just didn't answer their phones.
Those 12% were devices that either people didn't answer the phone after 3 attempts or those numbers were disconnected.
So when we were told there was a glitch in the system, what is your stance on that?
The system worked exactly as it should have. There was no glitch in the system, no malfunction.
This afternoon, Jefferson County still investigating if phone calls did not go out and why.
We do know that the very, very, very first hit we sent out was way big, and that we needed to, after we sent that launch, it affected way too many people.
The governor looking for answers too.
What we want to make certain of is that we use this tragic event we mine it for every bit of information we can to improve our systems and to be testing our systems so those malfunctions don't happen.
Here's a little more information on how the system is supposed to work. Basically, the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office should be able to hone in on an area that they want to send this evacuation notice to. They'll create a message by text, by voice, and they'll send it out. And what this shows is that it's supposed to be blasted in so many different ways to save lives. What we learned from Jefferson County 45 minutes ago is that this was too broad the first time around. They did not hone in on a specific area, which is why people in Broomfield, Golden, Arvada all called us telling us they got that original notification. It's because they admit that they sent it too broad the first time around. Reporting live, Marshall Zellinger, 7 News.
I know you're on top of it. Thank you, Marshall.
7 News also investigating issues with traditional 911 too. 7 News reporter Amanda Cost is looking into this. And Amanda, you found people asking for help instead got bad information.
And we're asking why the confusion over the phone and the mixed, even delayed messages online when every second counted. A family in fear, Daddy, with no clear direction, running for their lives as the fire closed in.
There it is, right here, right here.
Oh my gosh, Zuma!
It's okay. We're out.
But barely. They had no time to wait for an evacuation order.
The call wasn't going to be coming.
So they made a call of their own. Run. But even before they had to leave.
Around 2 o'clock, I smelled smoke, and I called 911 to ask what was going on in the area, and they said nothing.
7 News uncovering they're not alone.
Early on, yes, we gave information that this was as a result of a controlled burn. As that fire grew, we changed what we said on via 911.
We checked emergency radio traffic. Close to 2:40 Monday afternoon, crews were already talking potential evacuations.
We may need to start looking into evacuation of rentals, and potentially further up if we don't catch this soon.
But 50 minutes later, residents found a different message online. 7 News discovered this tweet from Jefferson County, sent at 3:30, calling it a 6-acre fire with no structures in danger. It wasn't until 2 hours later, at 5:24, Jeffco sent this tweet about evacuations underway. And we wanted to know when residents calling 911 started getting the correct information. Right now, Jeffco can't say, but their tweets help outline the time that it took for them to learn that this controlled burn was burning out of control. Reporting live, Amanda Cost, 7 News.
Still a lot of questions out there. Thank you, Amanda.